There we go.
Okay, everyone, welcome back to AI is Fun. This is our bi-monthly session
Yes, sir.
for teaching about AI, talking about what's going on in the world of AI. Let's start off with Greg, as I believe he has something to talk to us about fashion regarding Google.
Oh, I'm the one starting. Okay.
Yep.
Luckily, I've got my screen up here. So yeah, one of the things I want to share was that it's actually something from Google I/O. Not sure if anybody has watched it. So Google I/O is kind of like this showing up, right? I gotta show the audio too. Give me a second. I hope there's not much background noise from me. I've got like a really strong fan running. Uh, but
Sounds
where is
okay.
it? Okay. Oh, cool. So yeah, so Google I/O is kind of like build, if I'm not wrong, like Microsoft, right? So one of their biggest focuses, of course, as we can expect, is in the field of AI. And I think I showed this a few sessions ago, but I want to particularly put focus into this part on something called AI mode, right? It's in I think built into their Google search. We don't see this working yet. I think it's going to be a paid thing as part of their Gemini subscription. But let me play this just a little bit. Audio. Okay.
To more people than any other product in the world. In our biggest markets like the US and India, AI overviews are driving over 10% growth in the types of queries that show them. What's particularly exciting is
So as you can see here is that if you notice when using all these Google searches, Google queries, is that the first results are all now just AI, like, it's called AI overviews, right? So it gives you a little summary of what's the, probably like the first 5 to 10 search results that you see on your screen. And something that they wanted to introduce as part of, something like this is something called AI mode. So it's over here, right? So it's kind of like they're trying to make the Google search experience a bit more of a prompting thing. And one of the functions that comes under this AI mode is, where is it? All right. Somewhere here. Oh, there we go. Here. Let me just play this clip and let it explain itself.
Right to finish checking out. Tickets secured.
With AI mode, we are bringing a new level of intelligence to help you shop with Google. Search dynamically generates a browsable mosaic of images and some shoppable products personalized just for me. To create a try-on experience that works at scale, we need a deep understanding of the human body and how clothing looks on it. To do this, we built a custom image generation model specifically trained for fashion. Wow, and it's back.
This is the future of
Okay,
Google.
so let me rewind there a few seconds, right?
Trained for
So
fashion.
you see that she put in two pictures, one of the thing that she wanted to buy, and one more is like a full body portrait of herself, right? And it like superimposed the picture of the, whatever clothes these are onto her, right? So this is something I want to try and see if we can kind of replicate using the free. Oh, I notice I'm using my AI freaking avatar. Let me just switch to my actual camera. Okay, so yeah, hey, yeah. So I want to try and see if we can, try to prompt something into ChatGPT. I'm saying ChatGPT because Copilot really doesn't like faces. The thing with the Microsoft's approach to privacy, approach to security is that they don't really want you to be using faces of real people. So sometimes they blur it out and my prompts just don't work. So we're going to use ChatGPT for this one. And, if any of you guys have ChatGPT open, uh, try to prompt along with me. But let me tab out of this for a second. Okay, so these are some of the things I figured out, right? I try to see what's the difference between using the one on Copilot, the ChatGPT on WhatsApp and the one on. Okay, there we go. So over here, right? This one is saying, where is it? So one of the first things I tried is that I tried to input like a portrait of self. This one, my hair was a little bit different. So something like this, right? Let me see. What is it doing there? So something like this. I'm trying to see if that it can change this jacket to this one I put in from Uniqlo, which is actually comes in different colors. So I specifically chose for it to be this orange one, right? So I was seeing how the ChatGPT is able to parse through all these different like images and figure out which one is the orange one, right? So obviously this technique isn't gonna work if ChatGPT didn't know which clothes they are supposed to put on to me. So I said change the jacket to the orange one from this link. So I just want them to change my jacket, right? I don't want to change any parts of my other clothes. So something that this did show up is that this, right?
Wow.
So, but the funny thing is that they changed my face for some reason. I don't know why they did that. Number two, this is not even the jacket inside the the link. So you can see that this is kind of like a parka, right? It's got a hood going on. Even the orange shading isn't the same. So what they did here, they took my same jacket and made it orange, and they removed the patch I had on the jacket. So it's not exactly what I was looking for, right? I'm gonna try again. I was gonna try it yesterday, but I figured I want to leave the experience to be live because if you are not familiar with how ChatGPT is in image generation, there is kind of a cooldown, a 24-hour cooldown. So you can't, you cannot do this too often, right? So you see, I tried to do this again, and it says that you hit the free plan limit. You gotta wait another 24 hours. You're gonna use the premium version, which is it's not gonna work. So I tried doing this also on the ChatGPT like web app, so the website version. This time I uploaded my face, right? So I wanted to like generate the body all on their own, and I gave them this link, this Uniqlo link. So just a reference. This is what it looks like. I want this waffle shirt on me, right? So at least I'm expecting them to, pull out a body for me using just the face that I'm like showing them, right? And how I would look in these clothes. So I did ask them, they did ask me, how about I put up a full body photo instead? I was like, whatever. I don't really need it to be super accurate. So just generate using whatever I provided, right? So it came out with this, which is, I think it got the form of my hair right. It didn't exactly get my face right, but it's kind of similar. Kinda. Not exactly right though, but I guess the disappointing part for this is that the clothes are still not the same. The colors are the same. It's kind of like crap. I closed it, didn't I? Where is it? Where did I? Okay, yeah. So it's kind of still like a navy blue shirt over here, right? Navy blue shirt. But the issue is that this is it's a collarless shirt and it's got these waffle patterns. You don't really see this. So they're just using in the model, I guess, for a very generic colored shirt. So not very productive over there, right? So let me try one more example with you guys live before I pass it on to somebody else. But one of the things I wanted to do here is that I've got my friend Gavin here. I'm trying to ask them to can you change the clothes for the guy in the first pick to the clothes of the guy in the second pick? All right. And let's see how this works out. But first of all, I kind of have to download this. Give me a second. The first time I did this was on the ChatGPT on the phone, so I'm not sure if it's gonna work right on the. Why does it keep closing it? Okay. Yeah, because I know sometimes it's troublesome trying to make them upload multiple files at once. So do that, this. It's kind of hard to tell which picture is the first picture and which picture is the second picture. I'm gonna just ask him anyway. Can you? Let's see how I can prompt this, right? Put the clothes of the guy wearing the striped shirt onto the guy wearing the green jacket. Let's see how this looks, right? It's gonna take a while. I think it's gonna take 2 or 3 minutes. Please do bear with me. But while this is going on, let me see if anybody's got any thoughts on how can I, make this make the prompting a little bit more smoother, because obviously even Google itself in this demo that they show under the AI capabilities of their Google search, right? This is not out yet, or at least not that I'm aware of. It's not even under their premium plan that I told you that you might have to opt into, that you might have to subscribe in order to get these functions. So I don't even know if this is, this is properly built yet. I don't know if this is a reality yet, right? So, but you know what? I think I'm gonna pass it on to the next person for now, but I will show you guys how the results are later on. I'm gonna just paste it in the chat if that's okay. So, just in conclusion, the fashion thing, it's not working out yet, but it does have its usages if you just want to change the color of your clothes or some whatever. But if you want to like superimpose a real clothing article from a website, from an image, it's not gonna work yet, unfortunately, right? So I think that is for me. Yeah, no questions? All right.
All right, we'll come back to you and see the
Yeah, I'll put
results
it
of
in the
your
chat later.
labor. Well,
Thank
from
you.
what I can see, people who do Photoshop, you still have a very high chance your job is going to be very relevant because the AI is not doing very well.
Yeah, for now it's safe. Well, I can't say about like 10 months in the future though.
I think they're gonna need more time than that if this is how slow they are.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Right.
We'll have to see.
Anyway, let's move on. We'll come back to you. We'll be moving on to Noel talking about working with video, sound, and text, and through translation as well.
Thank you, Ian. All right, let's get cracking. We just share my screen. And also let's turn on the camera. Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this edition of AI is Fun. We try to use this opportunity for the young ones to get more practice, right? And of course, in the process of practicing, we get better, right? So today's session, all right, I'm going to talk about how we can work with a video file, right? And with the video file, we will extract out the audio, and also from the audio, we're going to extract out the text. We call it transcription, right? So we transcribe the audio file and we get the transcription. And from the transcription, we're going to translate it to a different language. I just wanted to highlight how easy it is to get started. So we really try at all possible to make sure that when we go through sessions like these, we highlight the capabilities of the tools. And sometimes we need multiple tools to get the job done. So it's not like one tool and one thing that takes it from end to end. So that said, that recently I saw this article from Jared Spataro, one of the executives on the AI team in Microsoft. And what stood out for me was the fact that it talked about how AI is transforming the workplace. But more importantly, he also talked about what are the valuable skills which are not necessarily technical. And it's important to know that, like what Ian said about the folks with Photoshop skills can still keep their jobs a bit longer. But I think what is even more important is the fact that we need to learn to think. We need to learn, meaning we need to come up with techniques to learn new skills, right? And of course, continue to learn to adapt. And these capabilities, curiosity, critical thinking, and adaptability are going to be very crucial for us to survive this AI era, right? And this is where I think it's important for us to think about how we can reach out to help each other. Because I believe that if you call yourself a friend, right, you need to be ready to be able to light up each other's lives. So watch this video. You see two lighters that are working. So one get dropped into the jar and water is added to that. Think of the water added to the lighter as a form of abuse, insecurity, lack of love, stress, loneliness, and so forth and so forth. Challenges in life that an individual goes through. So watch when the lighter doesn't start up anymore. So often we go through those challenges in our lives where it stops us from being ourselves. As a friend, I believe we get a chance to offer a little help. And through that little help, we get a chance to show kindness. If anything, love in action, I call it. Okay, so through that, I think we have an opportunity to learn a little bit about a tool called ClipChamp. ClipChamp is built inside Windows 11, right? So you don't need to buy it. The good news is it's free. Although you can upgrade it at a cost, but whatever that comes free is more than adequate for the things that we're going to do. Okay, so you can download that onto your phone as well. Okay, so in this case, I've got it on my phone, on my iPhone. Now, sadly, at this juncture, it's not available on the Google Play Store. So if you're on the Android phone, you don't have a phone version, but you can use it on the computer. So what I'm showing you in the next minute or so is from the computer, right? Because that's where I've done most of my testing and practice and so forth. And I'm going to take you through that right now. So that's my desktop, by the way. Thought that really nice, cool little baby shark. Okay, so let's bring in ClipChamp. So this is the interface of ClipChamp. Right, so you notice there's the icon up here that says it's ClipChamp, there's a home, there's a brand kit and all that. I will not be going through all the options, but more importantly, I'm just going to take you straight through to creating a new video just by clicking that button there. And from there, I get to have an interface where I get to import all the media and essentially your videos and audios that you want to work with. So I'm going to drag and drop a video that I've been using for my anti-scam talks, right? And in this particular video, it actually covers radio that essentially can be used to scam, or if another way to think about it, an anonymous phone call, almost mimicking the radio, and you have a scammer on the other end. So I'm just going to drag the video across, right? So I'm going to drop it into this area for importing media, right? So as you can see, it's very quick. There's no processing. You're just assembling a list of videos. So I've got one video here that goes for a couple of minutes. And to work with it, I will drag that particular video over to this area here. You can see that area that's lit up in purple. So when I drop it in there, it will process the video. And because the video is quite short, it didn't take much time at all. In fact, it's almost done within a second. Right, you notice it expanded out to the entire length of that video. So if this video goes for hours, obviously it's going to take a lot more than just one screen worth. But just with this, all right, I'll be able to play it by clicking on this button here, and the actual video will show up here. So I'm just going to turn on the sound now so they can hear it. Okay, so play.
Ladies and gentlemen, a few days ago, during a meeting in my office, we got to talking about the days of radio, how different it was from television. You see, in radio, we relied heavily on imagination.
Okay, so just to show that it is a real video, it's got audio. Okay, but key thing is the audio is embedded inside the video. So how do I separate the two? How do I pick out the audio from the video? So simply by right-clicking on the actual working area of the video, I move to the audio option, and you notice I've got two options here. The one that I want is detach. So when I click detach, right, ClipChamp immediately goes to work. It separates out a separate thread for the audio, and up the top here, you'll notice it has already created an audio file for me in the .m4a format. Right, so I can go to my download folder, where the file is, and there it is for me to work with immediately. Okay, so let's click on it and just bring that up. It's probably hiding at the back. Let me have a look. Yeah, sure enough. Okay, so I have it here. Okay, sorry, it's a bit small. Let me just see where I can bring it up. A large icon. So this is the audio file that was extracted from that video, right? The radio scam-small.m4a. How do I know this actually came from that is it actually contains the file name of the original video. The original video, as you can see, is radio scam-small.mp4. So whatever that video file name is, it gets inherited into the same audio file, but it has audio at the beginning, then followed by the name of the file .m4a. Okay, so all I have to do next is just bring that audio file into ChatGPT on WhatsApp. Okay, so I'm going to use all the free features of the different AI tools. Right? There's nothing here that you have to pay for. And the beauty of this is it means everyone can learn. Everyone can be part of this activity. Right, just to save time, because there are so many of us that's going to be speaking, I actually gone ahead and I did it for you. Okay, so I've dragged it into my ChatGPT in WhatsApp, right? You can see WhatsApp here, right? And then it gave me a summary, right? It says this passage is a nostalgic, humorous monologue about the golden days of radio. Now, that's not exactly what I wanted, but it did it anyway, all right? It transcribed. I tried to get it to transcribe and gave me a summary instead. So I gave it a different prompt. It says this time around, transcribe it word for word in detail. And then it went ahead obediently and gave me this word for word. Okay, so just make sure that, all right. So when you listen back to the audio, obviously you're going to get all that. So if you're interested to hear this after the session, let me know. All right, just drop your contact into the chat if you want. Or those of you who know me directly, you can always text me. So you can see it gave me a very nice long transcription, word for word. And then even when being very helpful, if you need further assistance or have more content you would like transcribed, feel free to ask. But obviously that wasn't my end goal, right? My end goal was to convert this video into Mandarin, all right? So what I did was I then asked it to translate to traditional Mandarin, then it came up with this. Now, being a banana, obviously I can't understand what the Mandarin means, but it's not a problem because now that I have it in Mandarin, I can get someone to act out all of this according to the script, right? Make this a script and then record that into an audio file. Then I'll get a chance to re-merge that audio file back into the original video. Okay, so that's kind of take me to the end of my session. If any of you have questions, feel free to drop them in the chat window, or you can reach out to me. Right, and now, all right, I'm going to pass you to Isaac. So Isaac's going to take you through learning a little bit about one of the latest Google AI tools. Isaac, you there? All right, go ahead.
All right, hi guys.
There's a bit of an echo.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Yes. This.
I think you might have to like put earphones on. Sometimes that happens to me if you're presenting over speakers.
Yeah, he's going to use my mic. He's seated just next to me.
Oh, is that so? Okay.
Keep your thing muted, and then you can speak. Yes. Go ahead.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Should be okay. Go ahead.
Okay, all right.
Share your screen. Have you shared your screen?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Hi guys, today I would like to go through a new tool which I found from Mr. Noah, which is called VioAI, and I would like to show you the how to use it through Google Cloud. So I'm not sure you guys know about VioAI, so let me introduce you to it. It's an AI model designed by Google for generating videos from text.
Not moving for some reason. Share your screen again. Share screen. Share screen. Yeah, I'm just getting Isaac to reshare his screen. For some reason, the shared screen wasn't moving. No, that's not the right one. Stop sharing.
Yeah, because I think you're sharing the window, not the screen.
Sharing. Share your desktop. Entire screen. Yeah, entire screen. Okay. For this slideshow. Okay, I think that's better. So move your screen. Yeah, okay, good.
Oh, sorry about that. As I was saying earlier, VioAI is it's an AI model that Google to design to generate videos from or image prompts. It is known for producing high quality videos with native audio, physics-based simulation, and advanced prompt understanding. This Veo AI model has two different versions, which is Veo 2 and Veo 3. So Veo 2 is the older model, which was released last year around November, and Veo 3 is the newer model, which has been released, I think, a couple of months ago. I think around May of this year. So there's obviously some changes and differences between these two versions, which you're about to see right now. But first, I would like to show how to access Veo AI via Google Cloud. So Veo AI, the AI model, you can access through many different ways to access to it. But through Google Cloud give you some free credits, like a free trial. So they'll give you about $300 worth of credit for you to use within a span of 91 days. So here I'll be showing you guys how I go through it. So Google Cloud, click there, and I'll stop right here. This screen right here, I've already signed in to my account in Google Cloud. So around right here, this place, try it in console. If you're a first time using Google Cloud, here it will be, instead of showing try it in console, it will be showing start a free trial. So I've already signed in. They will probably ask for some details of you. You just put it in. But unlike most of the free trials, Google Cloud will not automatically charge you after 91 days. It will once you finish your 91 days trial, or once your credit expire, it will stop, and then it will not charge you further. It will, unless you manually enable it to charge it for you. So I already signed in right here. I will put try in console, and here it will come up to this screen right here, and from here I will go to find Media Studio, which is on the left side on your screen right there. So click it, and then select View, and then you'll be presented to where you're supposed to be, which is the Media Studio, where you can generate your video. So here I've got two videos I've generated using the same prompt. The one on the left is using a Veo 2, and the one on the right is using Veo 3. So I will play a video right here.
that sound?
What so what you guys can see is VO2 does not produce any sound. So it does not generate any sound because and then is the quality, as you can see, it's a bit different from the one you can see on the right. So I'll play this video on the right using the same prompt, just using VO3. Okay. Can you share the screen? You can share the audio. Share.
It's all for a second. Bit of technical issue here. We're just going to see how. I don't see a shared screen.
Oh, no.
I don't see a shared screen. Yeah. When you share, there's an option for
Yeah, so
include audio. Okay.
oh, sorry about that. I think I did not share my audio for the sound. So this is the VO2 sharing of the video. VO2 actually does not generate sound to its videos. So if you prefer a video, you just want the video without the real life audio, I think VO2 it shows right here, it does the job for you. And on the right, you can see a VO3. Well, I'm not sure why the audio is not coming up, but there should be a voice. What's it called? You're able to hear the conversation between the characters here, because VO3 is able to create audio, able to create native audio, so the characters in the video are able to speak real time. But I'm not sure why it's unable.
So
to.
you're saying, Isaac, the people will be talking to the gorilla and the gorilla is talking back to the people.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm not sure
It's
why.
okay. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
All right. So here it will be me showing how I got a prompt to send it to VO2. So what my idea was to create an 8-second AI generated video to have the gorilla talking to the humans and make it funny. And ChatGPT actually helped to improve my prompt, so make it more specific to share towards the VOAI. So I'll copy the prompt and then I'll share it using VO2, fast forward it. So another thing about VO2 and VO3 is VO2 is able to give you 4 different options of the videos of slightly different from each other with the same prompt and the ratio, and it gives you 2 different types of ratio as shown right here. So normally when you send the prompt to VO2, it will take about a couple of minutes for it to generate the video. And once it generates right here, you can play which one do you prefer the best. So yeah, it's just slightly different, but using the same prompt. It generates 4 different types of video. So yeah, this is the prompt right here. I copy and paste from ChatGPT to create this video. And same here with VO3, the exact same prompt as I said earlier. I'll copy and paste the prompt, and then I would paste it in Veo. See right here. So one thing is about VO2 and VO3 is VO3 uses more credit. That's why, which is why the quality is better, and also the is able to use audio to, you can hear the audio throughout in the video instead of VO2. So it will take longer for VO3 to generate the video compared to VO2. So fast forward, and now VO3 gave me only 2 options compared to VO4 with VO2, which gave me about 4 options. So VO3 has 2 models, which is 2 different versions, which is one is VO3 on the left, which is video on the left, and VO3 fast, which is the video on the right. So you might be asking what's the difference between the VO3 and VO3 fast? So VO3 and the VO3 fast. VO3 fast is different compared to VO3 because VO3 uses it generates the video much faster compared to VO3. As you can see, VO3 took a couple of minutes to generate the video, while the VO3 fast generates about, I think, 1 or 2 minutes quicker compared to the VO3. And it also uses less credits. VO3 fast will use less credits, and it's more affordable for people who wants a high quality video and does not want to wait for too long. But of course, VO3 is more expensive because it just has a slightly better quality compared to the VO3 fast. So here's the prompt. I use this prompt because I love to play golf. So I wanted to see how it is able to show me a nice cool swing of a nice cool video of a golf swing. So my prompt was asking the ChatGPT to give me a face-on video for a nice smooth swing. But as you can see in the video right here, which generates quick, this is not a face-on video. Instead, I'm not able to see the swing as well as I should be. So a face-on video is supposed to be a video panning from right to left, able to see your face hitting your swing. But instead, this is just, I'm not sure what angle is this, but yeah. So this is AI is still a bit off in this scenario, my opinion. But as you can see, the video quality is pretty good, still pretty good, and there's still supposed to be sound there, but I guess there's no sound generating. Don't know what's the problem. So one thing cool about VO thing that no one because your thing is muted. It's okay. So video, the VO2. One thing VO2 has compared to that VO3 doesn't have is able to generate a video using image and text prompts. So what we saw just now there is all just text prompts from ChatGPT. But what I'm going to show you here is a second. I'll fast forward it real quick. I found a picture I wanted to show create in a video. So I chose the picture right here, and then the prompt right there, I wanted it to show the lion, which is shown in the picture, sitting in a nice scenery. So I asked ChatGPT to do the prompt and VO2 and uploaded the picture I want VO2 to generate in real time. So Could be loading. The load take quite a bit. I'll fast forward it. And right here, View2 created the video right here. And yeah, it shows the lion. I think I forgot to put it in, but it should be able to show the lion and the live background of the sunset changing through the background. So if you're asking me my opinion after using this so far, so which version to choose? If your video is the video you want to generate wants to produce audio and you want a better quality video, you can use VO3 because, as I said earlier, VO3 able to produce audio to its videos and better quality and consistency throughout all the shots. But if you want just a video that do not need audio, you just want a visual output of your video, and you want to save some costs, you use VO2 because it's way cheaper compared to VO3 if you are not using the free trial. That's about it for me today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Isaac. We're running short on time, so I'd say I will start sharing now about some articles I found about AI.
Hold up, Ian. Nicholas,
Yeah,
you got a question?
or is there a question?
I don't know. But if you do have anything, you can type in the chat too. Okay, go ahead, Ian. Sorry about that.
Fireflies. Fireflies, how can you help? View real-time note take. Is this a bot?
Yeah, it's a Mars note taker bot.
Oh, that was an actual bot. I thought it was like, is this a person?
No. But yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's
Sorry for
interesting.
interrupting.
Has your result come out yet, Greg?
Actually, it did, but it's not very. Actually, I'll share it for a little bit if it's okay with you.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I think we have a question. Nicholas.
Yeah,
the question.
I was asking if Nicholas has a question, but he isn't responding.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's where I see the thing now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, that was my mistake. Because I was wanted to click on
Oh.
React and I clicked raise instead next to it.
No
Oh,
worries,
okay,
no
okay.
worries. Thank you. Okay, so the thing I was gonna show with the VO3 demo. So this is what it sounds like with audio.
VO3 comes with native audio generation. That means that VO3 can generate sound effects, background sounds, and dialogue.
They left behind a ball today. It bounced higher than I can jump.
What manner of magic is that? This ocean, it's a force, a wild, untamed might.
2 years ago.
Yeah, so that's what it's supposed to look like. But obviously the VO3, the full capabilities of it is very expensive. It's like $250 a month. So stick to VO2 for now until they made that free. So
Yeah, just on the question here, right? Other than VO, right? I think there are other platforms that do something very similar also, or the same, some other than VO, right?
So something that is a video generator with an audio built in, right? I'm not sure.
I mean, yeah, I think there should be others that have that similar other AIs that have that similar capability, because I mean VO sounds, as you said, quite expensive, right? So maybe there are others that are more reasonably priced.
Yeah, I think the ones out in the market right now are mostly just video generators. They don't generate the audio, which is, when VO came out, I think one of the things that they are boasting about is that we now have an audio capability attached to the video. So I'm sure somebody is able to make it for cheaper, but people in the comments are not too they're not too impressed. But yeah, I think there should be tools out there, but we'll look into it. Yeah. So one of the things earlier I was showing is that, can you put this guy's clothes wearing a striped shirt, right? So Gavin here is wearing this shirt. It's a very funky looking striped shirt, right? Until the guy wearing the green jacket, which is me. So I just wanted them to, swap our clothes around. So it actually did pretty well, right? So it doesn't just go through this generic striped shirt thing. So it kind of like, followed the pattern of your guy's shirt and Gavin's pants. It gave me New Balances for some reason, even though Gavin's not even wearing New Balances. And the fact that it's showing my feet over here is that it somehow extended the image below what it actually is. So it did
Really
a little
like to
bit of
change your face.
yeah, it changed my face too. I don't know why it did that. It did that the first time. Look at that. That's not me. I don't know why it likes to do that, but yeah, creative liberty.
It's called hallucination.
Yeah, it is. Well,
Yeah.
if you notice the back, right? They somehow in the store here, Don Quixote, they switched the they switched the sign too. Now it's a bunch of gibberish. And they're
Oh
supposed to have
yeah.
a Ferris wheel in the back here too. It's also gibberish now. So somehow they managed to generate a new picture instead of like overlapping stuff onto this existing one. It recreated my image essentially. I don't know why it would do that, but yeah, it did that. Yeah. Instead of, just cutting me out here or cutting my clothes out. But yeah, that's it for me
Like
today.
the
I think I'm
background is
gonna
making it hallucinate for some reason.
yeah, well, it hallucinated the whole thing. I don't know why it does that. Instead of just changing this one aspect of it. Yeah, I don't know. But it matches it like detail by detail though. Like this red sign over here with the Japanese text, like omoroi, but this is just gibberish.
Maybe you need to
I
prompt it to be more specific.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I'm out of credits on this account though, so maybe I'll try on one of my other
Yeah.
accounts. But
ChatGPT has a
yeah,
credit.
let me pass it. I think Ridwan has something to share, right? So I'm gonna.
I'll share something really quick and
Oh,
then I'll
oh
pass it
yeah,
on to
yeah. No
Ridwan.
worries, no worries.
Talk about AI. So we have a new competitor apparently. Alibaba backed Moonshot has released a new AI model that they say it beats ChatGPT and Claude in coding, and it's cheaper.
I think that's
So
the pattern you're seeing with all these new China AIs, right?
yeah, I mean the first one was DeepSeek, right? That caused a massive stir.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've actually asked Copilot to summarize this for me.
Nice.
And they say that Alibaba backed startup called Moonshot has launched a new AI model called Kimi K2, a new open source large language model.
So open source is like the trend now, huh?
And it says here the cost advantage is that it's dramatically cheaper. So they say that their input token for ChatGPT it's $2, and for Claude their output is $2.50 compared to ChatGPT's $8 and $75 for Claude. Now, let's see whether that's true.
Yeah,
Whether it hallucinates, I'm not so sure. Two is also charging 15 cents for every 1 million input tokens and 250 per 1 million output tokens. Okay, we're right on that. No hallucination in article analysis so far. So apparently there is some bad parts about it. There are reports of hallucinations, which I think every AI chatbot has had, or not even a chatbot, every
every
generative
like
AI
AI
has had
tool.
this issue.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, it takes time to work out the kinks, right? And all the issues with it.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a perfect AI tool yet. So
Yeah. This is the happiest news we have because the
what
next
else you
one is
got?
not so happy. This is the bad thing about AI. Cybercrime is becoming a very big thing, and the criminals using it are getting really smart at using this thing.
It's probably using, phishing techniques revolving around deepfakes, right? Probably.
Also heard from friends that like very young people are falling to scams as well, not just old people. And it's because they're using AI to, in a way, ask the chatbot to make it sound more convincing, which initially you could detect it was a scam by like grammar mistakes and problems like that. Now, when the AI does it and has no errors, it may sound legit.
Yeah, I think the most surefire way is to, to just scan every single link that shows up in your message.
Like I even
Because,
had I had a
uh-huh.
friend that he only avoided being scammed because the scammer took over his friend's account. And the only question he could ask to prove that it was his friend was asking him how many fingers he had. And the scammer answered 5 because majority of people have 5 fingers. But the person only had 4.
Oh,
So
the actual person had 4 fingers.
yeah, so that was his way to
That's
tell,
funny.
okay, you are a scammer, the account got hacked.
That's
But
like a
if you had
captcha.
to go through personal questions like that to detect if it's a scammer or hacker now, that's very concerning.
Yeah.
And one last article is robots stealing our jobs.
Not surprising.
They say that by 2030, it's estimated that nearly 30% of the workforce could be automated by generative AI. And
Well, it's kind of similar to how, I guess, 30%, I don't know what's the percentage, but, a big percentage of the jobs now are taking over just normal machines, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
is it getting concerning? Definitely, but
Yeah, well,
I
scroll up a
think
little bit, Ian.
mhm,
Okay, down there, below the picture. So it says that
yeah,
it projected that, declines in traditional entry level or junior roles in these sectors, could account for the 84% of occupational shifts, right? Which I think is something
yeah,
we've been noticing nowadays is that, they are refusing to hire, new graduates for the sake of, getting them upskilled, getting them trained, prepared for much more, high demand jobs, which is, I think, is going to be an issue when people are, are aging up and people are leaving the workforce. They are not able to fill in these gaps when they are not even willing to, train up these entry level workers and, replacing them
yeah,
with AI pretty much, right?
yeah. But if we put it in like a company perspective, it's like, would I rather pay for an AI to do this easily, or would I rather pay for a guy to train in this and there's no guarantee he'll actually focus on learning said training?
Yeah, I guess the selling point is just in the certainty, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
And
is, yeah.
also, the robot doesn't need to sleep
Yeah, you just feed
and
it
it
the
can work
batteries.
at any time. Yeah. just it's just coming out of your electricity bill. I think you only panic if you have blackout. And
Yeah.
then everything can't work.
Man. Yeah.
I think from reading this, it just tells to me that like we need to get better. Or the AI will take our stuff.
Yeah, I think AI in the workplace, people are thinking it on a much more short term like goal, right? They're thinking
Yeah.
about short term productivity. They're thinking that, oh, these AI, they don't need to eat, they don't need to sleep. But in the very long term, it's going to affect on very important things like people critical thinking, right? It's like
Yeah.
if you're just leaving everything to the AI, it's like where's the human part in all of this now? So
I'd
yeah.
say that's it for me. I'll pass it on to Ridwan. Ridwan, are you there?
Yes, yes. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I think it was a good point raised just now, right? So with all the AIs, probably the landscape of works will change, right? So I just want to share one of the things that I noticed recently is if you a developer or building applications, right? Now you can use AI to generate the prototype for you right now. So this is one. There are many out there, but most of them are there's a limitation when you subscribe. They will say that you will need to pay, and you don't have any credit. But for this particular site, I will share this link later. You have a free tier. You will have certain credit, of course, and you can start to generate your application. For example, you have an idea, you just want to have a scratch pad or scratch ideas of how the flow of your applications, the design and the looks. Right now, you can actually use this web-based applications, right, to generate. So it uses AI. You can also get the idea from elsewhere. For example, I have my Copilot here open. Let me just go here. I actually created some ideas, maybe a recipe apps prototype concept, right? So, Copilot able to give you some ideas. What are the screen you need to have inside your applications? What are the features and those things that you can consider? And in terms of layout, right? So it actually gives you some idea on how the layout looks like, what are the sections, and what are the things in each of the sections, right? So we also can generate some prototype. For example, here it generated the prototype as usual. When Copilot generates something, there will be some cutout, so you don't see the full screen of your prototype, but it's good enough that you have this, right? So if you use this, okay, let's say you want to generate some uh, prototypes, right? So you can start with AI here. After you log in, you will see the screen and just go straight away in the middle. Start with AI. You can use screen to design. Let's say you have some that you scratch, and then you take a picture and you upload, and it will design for you. You can use text to generate a diagram. So why you want a diagram? So you can see the flow of your application. So maybe straight away text to design. So if I click text to design, then you will ask me, do you want to generate for mobile apps or website or web app? So let's say I just want to do a mobile apps. I just want a single screen. Let's try a single screen first. And then you can type in your prompt over here. Maybe you can copy over from Copilot, but I will just key in right away. So you see there's a credit. You were given 500 credit, right? So every day you will have this credit. There's a detail of it. But so let's just try to generate some, right? Okay, please create a mobile apps focuses on daily recipe related to maybe Indian food. Right, so let me just make it simple first. So you can write a really long text. For example, you can say that you want a dark theme application. You want this type of font based on this particular screen. You want it to be round. The buttons, the text are much more large, so that everyone can use, even the older people. So you have those in your prompt. You can use Copilot to help you with that. So let me just generate now. Okay, you can see here. Okay, so your screen is regenerated. So you can see you can generate from text, extract from images. Yep, and pick from the theme library. So let's set up your theme in the meantime. So you can actually generate from text. So make it black themed design, right? Okay. Hopefully my internet is okay. So once you generated, right? Okay, you can see here. I hope it is not too small. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I can make it bigger. So let me just zoom in. So you can see here the applications, right? So let me just zoom out. So, okay, this is the first screen. You can see here the first screen of the application. So there's a daily recipe list. And then the first screen, trending recipes, recipe for use. Then you can view all the recipe one by one. So what are the next screen looks like? The chef, right? So explore ingredients. So let me just zoom out a bit. Maybe, yeah, sorry. Just zoom out a bit. Okay. You can see chef and you can see explore ingredients, right? So if you have any idea and you want to start to develop the applications or any, you can use this. You can even edit, change the color, right? So you can actually open this bot. So when you open this bot, you have the editing tool where you can change anything inside here. You can see all these are free. You can see you can add buttons. So these tools are really great if you are as a student, you want to do some projects, right? All right. And then there's also templates given to you like apps, screens, and flow. You can actually use this and incorporate all inside these applications, right? So you can even ask AI if you click over here. So you can even edit the things that you generated from here, right? And you can even add some features inside. So I think that's all from me today. So talking about AI, how it can help, right? In a lot way, not only generating text, images, but it can do a lot of other things to make sure that your work is easier. Still, the idea, the creativity need to come from you as a human. But AI does, most of the hard work. I think they will do a lot in the future. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Ian, you there? Wow. Wow.
Yes, sorry. Thank you for the sharing, Ridwan. And with that, I think we are done for today. We went over a bit, but I hope everyone is okay with that. Thank you for coming, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, and if you guys are looking to look at some of our past sessions, we did a lot. One of the things was on 11 labs for live translation, dubbing, and all that stuff, right? So I think Noel has left a link in the description. I mean, in the chat section. So do check it out. Yeah. So thanks, Aaron. Do come again
Thank
2 weeks
you.
from now.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.